Suddenly, a flea lands on the king's hand. The king tries many times to kill it, but it jumps to his other hand and sticks there. Instead of swatting it away, the king becomes fascinated. He takes the flea to his chamber, feeds it his own blood, and keeps it hidden in a glass box. Soon, the insect becomes his obsession. Over time, the flea, nourished by royal blood, grows enormous. He ignores his kingdom, isolates himself, and spends all his time feeding and caring for this grotesque pet. Even his daughter, Princess Violet, is unaware of the strange creature her father is raising. But then, tragedy strikes. The flea falls sick, and the king desperately calls for a physician, but the doctor is horrified. He has never seen such a creature. Soon after, the giant flea dies. The king is devastated. Blinded by grief, he comes up with a twisted idea to immortalize his beloved pet. He asks his beloved daughter to prepare for a marriage contest, something she had been waiting for a long time. In the contest, the king displays the skin of the dead flea and declares, "Whoever can correctly identify which creature this hide belongs to shall marry the princess." The first man guesses it's the hide of a pig. The second man inspects it and says it's from a wild human. But both are wrong. The third contestant is a handsome prince. The princess is immediately smitten by him, but even his guess is incorrect, leaving her disappointed. One after another, many more try and fail. Then a wild man appears. He simply smells the hide and instantly says it's a flea's skin. Hearing this, the king is shaken to his core. The princess's world is shattered. She runs to the roof in tears and tells her father she'd rather jump than marry this wild man. But the king gently reminds her that if she disobeys his royal word, he will lose his honor in front of the entire kingdom. He values his word more than his daughter's happiness. With no choice left, Violet is forced to marry the beast-like man and leave her palace life behind. The wild man takes her to his home, a cave built high on a cliff filled with bones and filth. Even while sleeping, he keeps a close watch on the princess. Her life becomes chaotic and miserable. Then one day, when the wild man goes out to search for food, the princess hears someone singing outside. She rushes out and sees a woman gathering herbs on a nearby cliff. Desperate, she begs for help. The woman quickly sends her son to rescue the princess. He carries her on his shoulders and walks across a rope bridge. Just then, the wild man returns and begins to follow them across the rope. But as soon as the boy reaches the other side, they cut the rope and the wild man falls thousands of meters below. But the story doesn't end here. When they were heading back to the palace with the princess, the wild man returns in halfway. Even after falling from the rock, the wild man was still alive. Soon, he killed 3 people. The woman takes her son with her and hides behind a rock. But the wild man finds them. He grabs the boy and stabs him in the throat. While saving him, his mother is also killed. Now, only the princess was left alone. The princess runs and hides in a cave. But the wild man's smelling sense was very strong. That's why he quickly finds the princess in the cave. When he was about to take the princess to the cave, then suddenly the princess pretends to be innocent. Because of this, the wild man melts. And when he was carrying the princess on his back, then the princess takes out a dagger and stabs him in the back. After that, when she returns to the palace, his father, who always felt guilty about him, gave his throne to the princess.